Unheard of.
Welcome back. We are finally back after 2 weeks off. It's your favorite boys at Unheard of. I'm Jared. To the left of my screen is ABG, and we've finally brought back the one and only Ethan Davis. He can be found at the bottom of your screen if you're watching along, or he'll be the very faint audio that nobody wants to listen to if you're listening to the audio. So, it's good to have you back, Ethan. How have y'all been?
I appreciate that, man. How have I been personally? Yeah, I've been pretty good, man. I can't complain. I didn't come in here to be talked to like that, but it's
We're,
whatever, dude.
we're starting it off early. So
I see. I wasn't even prepared, dude. I was in my own little world, and then I was like, man, he's coming out swinging tonight. Do you see that, Arthur, dude? He's got that little devilish smile, dude. But you know what happens when they get that devilish smile, dude?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, shout out Mazadal, dude. Ethan's about to knock you out, son.
Hey, that's a crazy fight.
Yeah, can't believe it ended that way. Didn't they have a pretty stacked card as well? Like, there's a bunch of title fights tonight.
I think
Yeah.
there was a good. I think there were, yeah.
Well, they had a full crowd in Jacksonville. It was like 15,000 plus fans. So, yeah, I think they were trying to do something big tonight.
Well, how has Florida become like sports event capital of the world right now?
Well,
They just don't care.
here's the secret: is fans inside of a stadium means a lot of cash.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure.
since Florida is allowing that, that makes them very attractable for a lot of events right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, hell, the Raptors changed countries to be in Florida.
No,
So
well, the Raptors didn't care about having fans. It was just that Canada wasn't going to allow them to
yeah,
travel back
wasn't
and
allowing
forth.
them to play in the States. That's crazy.
Canada's still pretty crazy right now, honestly. How's your week been, man?
Oh, mine was pretty good, man. Just a lot of working and not a lot of downtime to chill too much, but tried to go out and have a nice little date night tonight with the missus, and yeah, we got rained out, so we didn't go anywhere. I'm talking about it was raining cats and dogs, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Like it got crazy. I don't know how crazy it was back at home, Ethan, but
It
yeah,
was.
it rained pretty hard here,
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad for about an hour or so. I mean, thunder, lightning, all that good stuff.
man. And the only good thing about the rain is, like, I went to go get my oil change the other day, and I got some new windshield wiper blades. And so when I was driving, it was raining like
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
At least I had some new wipers, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta put
That
some
like
Rain-X like wiper fluid in there too.
Oh yeah, well I need to get some new wiper fluid. Definitely going for the Rain-X because I got the Rain-X uh, wiper blades. So I mean, hey, Rain-X, Rain-X, hit me up, baby. Like we out here using your products. Um, but yeah, is that like things to get excited about now that we're adults?
Dude, I definitely got some new windshield wipers the other day, and was definitely psyched about it.
Like that, like there's like modern life as being adults is like super weird. Like I was talking to Colton. No, I'm sorry. I was talking to Gage the other day, and he lives with Colton, and they both have their wives and everything inside the house with him. And I was like, we're watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, actually, and he was logging into his Disney Plus, and I was asking, I was like, so how does the split go for streaming services at the house? Like, you guys share a bunch of them, you guys have your own and stuff like that. And he was just telling me, that they split them down the middle kind of. So like they own some, and then Colton and his wife own some other ones and stuff like that. So they just share. And I was like thinking, I was like, man, that's crazy modern life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like back in the day, they didn't have those problems. Like if you lived in the house with a bunch of people, you just all pay for cable, right? But
I
like
I
now,
still don't have those problems. I pay for everything.
well, yeah, I'm saying like with a lot of people in the house.
Down bad. I mean, I don't know, because I actually do pay for a lot of the stuff we get to, so. It's not even my house and I'm paying for all of it. I pay for Disney Plus, I pay for the HBO Max, I pay for the Hulu, I pay for the Amazon Prime. I don't pay
Well,
for Netflix, that's the only one I don't pay for, dude. But you know what? Everybody else gets the enjoyment out of everything I pay for. Somebody's got to start paying some bills around this bitch.
hey, bro, your parents pay to for your whole life,
That's
basically,
probably what they're
bro.
saying. They're
So.
like, your big ice is in there eating all food.
Dude, and y'all talk about like Colton and Gage. When Colton visits me, he literally has no shame whatsoever. Like whatever snacks are in my household, they're gone by the end of Colton's trip because he just
I
eats
mean,
Hey, you're his brother. I feel like
listen,
that's just, I feel like that's okay, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, it is okay, but you know when you start paying for those grocery bills and you're like, man, I didn't even get like my own Pringles.
when
Listen,
you
when
got
Uriel comes over, he does that to my house, dude.
when you guys lived on the highway, Jared, you not know that like Colton used to like go over to Dylan's house and like nobody
Yeah.
would be at home. They just had the door unlocked,
Oh,
and
I
he
know.
would
We
be
used
in
to
their
both do it
kitchen.
actually because Aunt Lori was so good about stocking up on the good stuff like the cosmic
Yeah,
brownies and the Lay's potato chips, and we had the household of 4 kids, so everything was always gone within like a day or two. So, yeah, we had to walk across the street because literally Uncle Darren would just be in there sleeping and the front door is like unlocked or wide open already. And you just walk in there and like go to the cabinets and he sometimes he'll never be able to tell you're there.
like he said, he woke up. What he woke up? He woke up one day, and then Colton was just like in his kitchen eating his food, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Colton was like, "What? I'm hungry."
Dude, and speaking of like adult things to get excited about, I literally uh I got excited the other day because we went to Walmart. And last year, the owners were getting all pissed off because the grass wasn't green enough. And I told them, I was like, look, I'm from Georgia, okay? I said, I've never had to water my grass in my life in order to get it green. I was like, it's always raining where I've been. And so literally we went and bought like garden hoses and like grass seed and all this other stuff the other day to get the yard looking nice. I'm like, man, this is going to be a nice project for me. Like, I'm going to get this yard looking real nice.
Hell yeah, man.
That's
And
good.
But
Really, I don't think it's that tough once you get the grass seed started. I think it pretty much goes on its own, other than watering it. But that's a whole other story.
yep, just got to put the sprinkler out there like twice a day or whatever. And speaking of adult life, everybody, for all of our listeners, we definitely wanted to have an episode for you 2 weeks ago, but life kind of kept getting in the way. I've had to work 12-hour shifts the past 2 weekends. Arthur's had his own stuff going on, so we clearly just haven't had the time to get it right. But here we are. The bags are underneath all of our eyes tonight because we're all up late making this episode happen.
well, I mean, Ethan's fine. Like he probably
Yeah, I'm
won't go to
good.
bed
But
until like 5 a.m.
Yeah, he's a night owl.
But yeah, us first shift boys, we're tired.
dude,
Jared gets
Arthur
a
used to be a night owl, dude. Then he got in the world of Dr. Pepper, dude.
Dude,
hey man.
the job before we moved out here, I was working at Southwire. It was nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
So see, Jared used to be a night owl too. I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to get a better job with you boys, dude. I'm trying. They just don't want to have a young man out here, dude.
Dang.
But your week was all good, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of busy work for me too. And man, working these like crazy hour shifts to fill in for people. Just from medical reasons now at work has kind of been a pain, but overall pretty good week. And I kind of want to get started with Ethan. I don't know if it's publicly announced, but the Thought Police is about to have a pretty big change. What's the status of the show?
Well, I mean, dude, look, Thought Police has already had a pretty big change. And will they, won't they, dude? We're the biggest will they, won't they on the planet, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we did 2 weeks ago put out a new episode, and it was good. The people loved it, from what I heard. I mean, I didn't listen to it, but I heard it was good. And then we have not recorded again. But I mean, Uriel, he's moving to South Korea. It's going to make things difficult. Of course, we're going to try to continue on because I think the episodes will be a lot more interesting with him in South Korea. It'll give us some more interesting things to talk about, and he'll definitely have some interesting new adventures. So I mean, I'm hoping we're trying to reboot. We're trying to reboot slowly but surely. We'll get there eventually.
Just go ahead and change the title, except just put the Thought Police in Korean.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Nice little title card for y'all.
The Thought Police revamped.
The Thought Police in Korea. The Thought Police Korean.
I
mean,
you guys should just record a whole bunch of episodes so you have some in the pipe.
Dude,
so
we have
fire them out.
We have episodes right now that people have never heard. But we're pretty topical, so they're old. You can tell they're old. We're talking about old things. Like you guys very topical. So if you try to fire them off and then it's like, oh well, we can tell this was recorded 2 years ago. But we have episodes that we've recorded and never even edited that were good, with some good stuff on them, and we just never.
It's tough to just make these episodes that are waiting to be released unless it's a specific special type of episode. We would basically have to say, all right, for this episode we're only going to be talking about our favorite Marvel shows, something that would stay relevant for the months at a time, instead of, all right, well, the MLB just canceled their game in Atlanta and we recorded that episode 2 months ago and now it's way too late to talk about it.
Yeah. But speaking of Marvel shows, a show just finished its first season, right? Right, Jared?
Yeah, your woke MCU action show, as it's now dubbed by Arthur after its final episode. That's what it's called now.
They really drove the social justice kind of narrative in that show, man. Especially, I felt like it was happening the whole season, but they really vamped it up on that last episode, man. They really did.
So
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'll say this, dude. I know a guy who was watching the show, and he watched 2 or 3 episodes, and then he stopped and he said, "Dude, they're trying so hard to get their social justice views in there." He said, but they're trying hard and they're doing a not so great job of it, and it's really ham-fisted.
Yeah.
And he said he called it really cringy. I don't know if it was cringy or not, but he claimed, he was like, dude, it's so on the nose that it's cringy and almost loses its relevancy.
I was literally telling Arthur today, the final episode I think has a few cringe moments because I don't think the show is that bad, honestly. As far as, I've seen worse shows. Now, as far as the new Marvel series goes, WandaVision to me was way better. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, Arthur, you could probably talk more about this too, but to me, it seems like the majority of people have no problem with Sam Wilson being Captain America. But they really wanted to shove it down our throats that a lot of people would have a problem with that. And so literally the last episode, there's a few cringe moments where Sam Wilson, who becomes Captain America, he saves people 3 or 4 times. And every time he saves somebody, there happens to be a crowd nearby waiting to cheer for him. And in these moments, there's always something dumb going on. Black people actually were in the crowd when he saved one person, and he was oh no, it was when he saved a van of people. And one of the black guys goes, he's like, "Hey, that's Black Falcon," and then the other black guy goes, "No, that's Captain America." Like, who's ever called him Black Falcon, anyways? I don't think
But-
anybody's ever called him Black Falcon.
But what is that? Doesn't he finish that up with? But he's still black.
Yeah, because Isaiah Wilson was like, when he goes back to the old Captain America's house, he's Isaiah Wilson is like, he's not a Falcon anymore, but he's still black.
Like,
What?
I don't know. But well, in the beginning of the show, when they were first going to go meet Isaiah, like one of the kids calls him Black Falcon, and so yeah. I mean, I guess it's just showing that like black people are gonna resonate with the fact that he's Captain America now or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. They just really pushed it, man.
like, it was only black people calling him Black Falcon throughout the entire show.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm just sitting there thinking, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody in the general public call this hero Black Falcon until they released this show.
They wanted to play it up, man. They really did. And like I don't know. Okay, so I mean I do have positives about the episode. Like we were talking about earlier, like I'm glad they finally stopped playing around with Bucky and like stopped letting him get his ass kicked constantly, because I mean, like let's face it, like as the Winter Soldier, this man was ruthless, bro. Like he went toe to toe with Steve Rogers, you know, Captain America, and like kicked his ass, you know, like. And now when you get to the beginning of the show, like he's definitely struggling with you know, there being no more Steve Rogers Captain America, and you know, him trying to make amends with all the evil shit that he did, but I guess that was like inhibiting him from, you know, being the best super soldier Bucky he could be, and yeah, so he just pretty much let it go and started whooping ass with his metal arm in this last episode.
Dude. And what about Steve Rogers just giving a big screw you to Bucky, like his childhood friend? Because they, like, in the next to last episode, he talks to Sam. He's like, you know, when Steve told me what he was planning, none of us knew what it would be like to give the shield to a black man. Well, then somebody posted a clip of Endgame when Captain America is about to go back in time, and Bucky's like, "I'll miss you," and everybody was like, "Oh, well, so he clearly knew what was about to happen." And I'm thinking to myself, man, Steve Rogers was just like, "Screw you, Bucky! Like, I'm going back in time to where we came from, and I'm leaving you here."
I mean, yeah, like,
and
a lot of people say
especially
this all the time. I mean, what?
I was just saying, like, especially after the Winter Soldier and the Civil War, everything that revolved around Bucky, just for him to say, like, "All right, I'm leaving you." Like, what kind of arc is that?
I mean, he had to go be with his spy lady, bro. You know, like.
I mean, I still like Cap's storyline, but you know, Bucky's is kind of weird.
Everything he did was to get back to her, I guess, man.
One way or another.
He had to get that first dance.
The action scenes, though, with Sam Wilson in the end as Captain America are really good.
But I was about to say, y'all think Captain America was racist? I mean, look at when he grew up in, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was.
Time
Well,
period.
You know how I feel about Marvel, dude. I should just play devil's advocate and be like, yeah, he was racist, dude. But no, he was Captain America, dude.
well, I mean, if he was racist, would he have really recruited Sam Wilson in the first place? I feel like he just, like, kind of went off people's character.
I guess.
I will say that new Captain America suit's ugly, though.
Yeah, his new suit, man. I don't know. Jared loves it.
I didn't say I love it. I said I liked it.
That suit's ugly, boy.
It's not like my favorite.
Well, I seem to remember the words fire being used.
I mean, it was. The vibranium wings and everything.
The wings are cool, but I think the actual suit looks like trash, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's a little too much white
Yeah, exactly.
in it for me.
It looks like some dad sneakers, dude.
And it looks like the big old K-Swiss like dad sneakers that he would wear, like a dad would wear for like 4th of July.
Yes, exactly.
But no, like I don't know. My problems with it though is like he doesn't have anything to cover like his whole head, and so like there's a scene in which like the I guess like the main villain, like she could have like absolutely shot him in the head and like killed him. Like it doesn't matter what kind of vibranium suit he has on or anything. Like it just covers like his forehead and his chin.
Hey,
Like
that's
she
what
could
the
have
shield
shot
is
him on the
for,
top of
man.
the head. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that's not very practical. Like if you're gonna make somebody strong, you're gonna get somebody all that armor. Like make sure
I'll,
you protect the soft spots.
I'll, s- I'll say one of the best parts about the show is one of the things that people hate the most in Wyatt Russell's Captain America character, because he really does his job well of giving you somebody to hate, and so he's really good to watch in that show.
Who is?
Wyatt Russell, his Captain America, like the U.S. agent.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like it's bad. Like I'm sorry, I didn't know the actor's name, but like it's kind of bad how like we all super like hated this character whenever he first appeared, and yeah, then you end up rooting for him at the end, man.
I think he'll still be like an hero or whatever going forward, but I don't know if y'all read reports, but this man was like getting death threats for playing Captain America.
And I mean that's the messed up part about like this comic book adaptation game, you know what I'm saying? Because like fans are so invested into it, and so when you like play a role so well as to them thinking that like that's how you really are, and that's your real motives in life, like then you end up with situations where you get death threats over playing a role.
I just took it as like, man, this guy's really doing his job because people actually hate him. I said,
Yeah.
it never warrants a death threat because he's just acting, but
And I mean, I'm sure people who, I mean, like write comic books even have probably received death threats for like the way that they have written characters and stuff like that. So I mean, like I don't know. I feel like this like comic books and like any big fandoms to like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how they did with The Last of Us Part Two. You know what I'm saying? Like if you slightly challenge your viewers, I feel like some way they're always gonna hit back.
I'm I thought it was pretty realistic. Like if Sam gives the shield to the government, obviously he shouldn't trust them to like put it in a museum. Like they're just gonna straight up try and make another super soldier.
Yeah, yeah.
But so Captain America 4 is officially in development now with Malcolm Spellman, the showrunner and like head writer for Falcon and Winter Soldier, kind of taking the helm. If if a new Captain America film came out with Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan as Bucky, obviously, um, you know, if you saw a new Captain America film with those two together, if it was as woke as you say the series is, do you think you would enjoy the film?
I mean, I still go watch it, but after I don't know, after seeing what they kind of did with Falcon and Winter Soldier, I don't know. I mean, I still enjoy it for what it is. I mean, I still enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier, but just like I don't know, they like I just felt like their wokeness was like super on the nose. You know what I'm saying? Like uh, the one character of what Battlestar that got killed when he was yelling to Carly about her, and just like he didn't mean anything to me, like his death was meaningless, and then he just says Lamar's life didn't matter to you, and
Yeah,
just because he was black, I was like, chill out, chill out. But yeah, I don't know, man. They did go for super wokeness, so I mean, if they did it again, whatever. I mean, I'm sure people will still enjoy it.
Thankfully, we know 7 weeks from now Loki will not be as woke.
True. I'm excited for that. Ethan, you gonna watch that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiff's pretty
I knew
excited for that one too.
I knew right off the bat I was not gonna watch Captain America and Winter, or not Winter Soldier, whatever this last one was that Charles was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was not gonna watch that.
I feel like Ethan has like a weird, just like hatred for certain things, like all the time.
Dang, you hate black people now too? Is that why you
Oh,
wouldn't watch
I
Falcon and
wouldn't.
Winter Soldier?
I wouldn't say
Okay,
that.
dude, that's
I wouldn't
literally
say that at
that's
all.
too far, dude. Arthur, one of my best friends in the world, dude.
Oh, so just because you
I
have
have a
one,
black friend,
I
dude.
was about to say just
I
because you have
can't be
one black
racist.
friend, now
We
you're
don't.
not racist.
We don't have to do this.
um,
But yeah, like I don't know, Ethan. You just have these. You just have
Bro,
these
look,
super
I just
like
can't be
niche
bothered.
opinions.
I can't be bothered. Okay, like some people will just like watch anything, right? Like,
Yeah.
or watch like you boys be watching a lot of stuff, all right? And like, I'm like, this stuff doesn't interest me, so I can't be bothered to even want to think about watching it. Like Mortal Kombat, for example.
I would say, which is a good segue to our next topic, Mortal Kombat, and as to why somehow our good friend Ethan is just adamant on it's not good.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I just said I wasn't gonna watch it. Look, I don't. If I know that it's probably good. Okay, here's the deal with most movies. Let's think about most movies. All right, most movies, what do they want to do? Entertain,
Yeah.
right? And I would say most movies probably do just that, right? Most movies, for the most part, probably entertain most people. We only have 10 minutes remaining. Meeting time, by the way, fellas.
Oh wow, we talked for a long time about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But and I would probably like it if I watched it. But I just have there's nothing in me that says, "Dang, dude, I gotta watch that movie." Instead, it says, "That's kind of stupid."
So
But
I used to be like the same way, honestly. Like I used to not be so open to watching everything. Uh, but then I started watching these shows when I got bored. Like Tiff had been telling me about certain shows for years. I think American Horror Story had been in like its fifth or sixth season, and I hadn't even watched a single episode of it at the time. And she kept telling me for years like how good it was. I was like, nah, I'm not really big into horror or anything like that, so I'm not gonna watch it. And then one day I just get bored on Netflix. I'm like, let me see what it's all about. Start watching it. I'm like, oh, this show's pretty good. So sometimes it's a hit or miss, but you know, it is what it is. Like if I'm really bored into something, if it's like 30 minutes into a 2 hour movie and I'm not interested, I'll just go ahead and turn it off.
yeah, but like I feel like in Ethan's case, like Ethan's not a fan of most things, and so like he's like you said, why bother? Like he trying to make him a fan of like things. Like did you ever? I mean, have you played a Mortal Kombat game
I
before?
mean, like here and there, but
I don't,
never.
I don't I don't know if you enjoy them or not.
I've played. I've never. I mean, I can't think of a memory of playing a Mortal Kombat game, but I know I've played a Mortal Kombat game. Like I've had to have, right? Like you know.
Yeah, so I mean, I figured like you're not a
I mean, I
big
know what
fan
they
of the
are, and
series.
I know what they
Did,
are, and like I know what they're
I,
about.
did you ever watch the older movies?
No, never.
Yeah.
It's
I heard they were
probably
pretty bad. I heard they were. I
yeah,
heard they were like laughably bad though, like in a
Yeah,
good
no,
way.
they were bad.
it's probably a
Yeah.
good thing that you've never seen them.
But this
Don't.
movie, man, like they added a new character and like a new background or whatever that like the main character's he's new and everything and I don't know. I mean, I feel like they did a pretty good job story wise. The pacing's a little weird, but like
I heard the fights were really good.
the fights are really good. The fatalities are really good. Um, the thing is, they just like are kind of once again. If I if I just have to make critiques of stuff, it's a little on the nose. Like whenever a fatality happens, like they physically say fatality and like flawless victory and finish him and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like that stuff like that just kind of takes you out of kind of like the immersion of it, because then like when they say it, you're like, oh well, I'm watching a video game movie. Like it's just like a video game. Wow. Like I don't know.
Do you know they're actually planning 4 more movies in the Mortal Kombat franchise? They've already started developing 4 sequels.
Like I can get with another one, because I mean they left the ending open for another one, of course, like obviously, but four, like maybe three, four of them.
And the pacing might be off, like a lot of people are saying too, just because the director of the film, this is like his first film. He's normally directing commercials for TV. So
That's a that's a
Wow,
that, that's a pretty good bump up. Like you
yeah.
go from making commercials
dude,
to
Marvel
making a
does that
whole
all the
movie
time. Like Taika
for,
Waititi, he was just like a small indie film director before they brought him
but
on for like Thor.
Hey, now come on,
but
dude.
like film director.
Those of us with taste knew who Taika
I,
Waititi was
I was
before
about
he
to say,
directed
like,
Thor. Now, come on, now.
a lot of people know who Taika Waititi is before he made that movie, but
Hey, a lot of
like
people don't.
a commercial director, like who, like that's a. I feel like, I mean, in directing world, that would probably be a nobody.
Oh yeah. I
And
mean, yeah. I only say Taika Waititi just because Marvel does that crap all the time, where they get some type of unknown director to do one of their projects.
well,
But
yeah, but
yeah,
people who are unknown to like casuals, you know what I'm saying? But like people, like I mean, I feel like they've gotten some pretty good directors, you know what I'm saying, that have good bodies of work, and then they just like are like, um, you want to make a crazy action type comic book movie, you know?
yeah.
Um,
I mean,
but
oh, I was just gonna say, here's my basic thing. Look, I might like it, I might not like it, but at the same time, I could probably find something else I would rather do in those 2 hours than watch Mortal Kombat. At the end of the day, I
yeah,
don't
that's
like
fair
watching
enough.
movies that much, just because, like, dude, it's like 2 hours, and I just gotta sit there and be like, bro.
Dude, speaking of movies, I just watched Nobody with Bob Odenkirk the other day.
My dad keeps raving about that movie.
He's raving about it.
Yes.
Didn't you say it was an action movie?
Oh yeah. It's it's basically Better Call Saul, but yeah, it's action.
Honestly, everything I've heard about it and read about it says it's pretty good, though.
So it's pretty good, as a generic action film, because obviously there's
Yeah.
not a lot of story to fit into like an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
Uh, but towards the end, when everybody's fighting, you're like, man, he just got into this building. Like, how did he already have all these weapons set up? And I mean, I enjoyed it because I just like action films. It's better than John Wick, but you know,
Nobody's better than John Wick.
not John Wick 1, but like John Wick
Two
2 or 3.
or like three? I don't know, man. Those John Wick movies are really good, bro.
I've never even seen those movies, Jared, and I want to say that I feel like you're not right.
Okay, I'm totally right because I've seen the John Wick films. And all I'm saying is, so John Wick, all 3 films are virtually the same movie, right? It starts out with like the same type of opening sequence in the first 2 for sure. Talking about John Wick being like the boogeyman and all this nonsense. And then it's just like a straight up, parade of killing for the rest of the movie for John Wick. That's all it is. But Nobody, it's kind of got a little more story than John Wick like 2. So, not better than John Wick 1. But, yeah, it's a pretty good action film.
Those John Wick movies have substance, man. You just wilding, bro.
Substance, as in how many type of different kills he can get, then sure.
No, man. They do world building, dude. Like, like this third one, it's set up some stuff, man.
I'm not saying I
I'm
don't.
excited for the
I'm not
future.
saying I don't like John Wick because I'm still watching the John Wick films. I'm just saying I was more interested in Nobody than I was in like John Wick 2 or 3.
That's fair enough. Hey, man, you're entitled to your opinion. You are. But what service is nobody on?
Oh, it's not. Yeah, you have to rent it right now on
Oh,
one of
okay.
those other services where you can rent films.
Yeah, like
Because it's
Voodoo or something, or YouTube or something like that.
yeah, like it's mostly still in theaters. It's not like on any streaming services.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know it was like in theaters. Other than you mentioning it, Jared, I've never heard anything about this movie.
Well, I mean, it's about a nobody. So,
Yeah.
Might as well be called the Ethan Davis story, huh?
Hey, amen.
dude, honestly that some of that film is just crazy because Bob Odenkirk is not like a somebody you envision in like a action film.
Yeah, that's the thing that's weird about it to me. I heard he trained for like 2 years before the movie even started.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it works out, but like literally there's just some action scenes. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think he should have been taken out by now, but he's still going.
Did he did he have like the scene that I feel like they do with every comedic person who does an action movie? Like, does he have a shirtless scene? Like, oh, I know this person usually does comedy and like not a lot of action roles, but look, he trained for this movie, so look at him shirtless.
No,
No, they didn't do that.
no. I mean, you can tell
Uh,
he's like more fit, but no, he doesn't do some big shirtless scene. I imagine at his age, it'd be pretty difficult for him to get like a six pack. So I'm pretty sure he never got like a six pack underneath there.
all right, all right. So boys, we got the big NFL draft coming up this week. This week, right?
Yeah, coming up on Thursday, I
Is it?
believe.
I'll say Thursday night,
Oh yeah.
starting off, and I mean, of course, teams are gonna be looking to get their new players for years to come, or maybe just to fill some spots out that they need to happen. So, what do you guys think the Falcons are gonna be doing for the draft this season?
They're probably gonna blow it. Honestly, if I had to guess, they're probably gonna blow it. I used to think, okay, we should draft a quarterback for Matt Ryan's replacement, right?
Yeah,
But Matt Ryan, if I'm being honest, he's probably got another year or two left in him.
I
You
think
know,
he's got at least.
yeah, at least like 2 good years, you know?
yeah.
So I think what they should do is stay at number 4 because we already know the top 3 are going to be quarterbacks.
Hmm.
Um, I think we should just go ahead and draft another offensive weapon. Go ahead and get
You
Kyle
want to go
Pitts up in
Pitts,
there.
then? That's what you want. You want Pitts.
I used to think let's go ahead and get like Fields for Ryan's replacement or something,
I
but
don't trust Fields.
so man, I don't know why everybody's fallen on Fields lately because I don't I don't want this to come off as like racist, but literally
I don't
Mitchell
know. I don't
Trubisky's
know what he's about to say, bro. I don't
Well,
know what he's
no,
about to
that's
no no
say.
no
I
that's
don't know what he's
wild.
about to say.
That's
no, no, I'm
wild.
just saying Mitchell Trubisky's draft stock went up above Deshaun Watson's and Patrick Mahomes when he came through. He didn't play nobody in college. And the same thing is happening to quarterbacks like Justin Fields and Trey Lance, where people are thinking like Mac Jones, I mean, I don't know. He played for Alabama, so he's got more competition than Trey Lance. But Justin Fields, he literally only lost 2 games in like 23 college starts.
I mean, I wouldn't take Mike Jones either.
Well, I wouldn't take
No,
Mac Jones either, but other players like Zach Wilson, I don't trust in him at all. Like, he played no competition. If you watch his highlight tapes, it's like most of the time he's playing against high school teams. And I would trust Justin Fields as the second best quarterback in the draft.
I mean, I don't know. The thing is, it's like if so many teams see it, there's got to be something there, right?
So, I'm a big believer in success. Like, if you have success in college, it usually translates to a pretty good player in the NFL. Like,
True.
like I
Johnny
mean,
Manziel, perfect
well,
example.
he didn't
yeah,
have a lot
right. I
of
was about to say, hold on,
he didn't
wait.
have a lot of success in college. He beat
We
Alabama like one time, and that's what
we've
made him
seen.
popular.
I mean, we have seen quarterbacks that were successful in college not have it translate at the professional level though. So
No, I
That's true.
agree. But like people like Deshaun Watson and he's got a whole situation right now. We don't even have to get into that, but he literally he played 2 years in a row in the national title game in college, and he was basically a proven quarterback against top-rated competition, and they let Mitchell Trubisky go above him. Like, and I'm thinking the entire time that Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in that draft. I didn't know much about Mahomes at the time because he played for like Texas Tech.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but
not
I
your
knew,
fault, dude.
yeah, I mean, I knew a lot about Watson, and I'm just thinking, how is this guy falling in the draft? I was like, he's probably the best quarterback there.
So what when you say it that it sounds racist, that you think that they're criminally underrating black quarterbacks in the draft, like
Historically speaking,
I'll
yeah.
say habitually, like every season.
Historically speaking, for whatever reason, if you go back at least the past 5 years, black quarterbacks have been the ones at the top of the game. But then by the time draft season comes around, for whatever reason, their draft stock just like plummets, and guys from nowhere just come up out of the blue, like Zach Wilson. I didn't even like Sam Darnold that much when he was coming through. I mean, no quarterback from USC has been good in years, but
Yeah, I have no clue what the Falcons are going to do. I kind of wanted them to trade back for a while, just to get all the picks they could get and try to build, what they could. Then too, if you don't get a quarterback, say they don't want a quarterback, and I don't think they do. I think they will end up going with Pitts or my dad really thinks they're going to go after that Trey Lance guy. I don't know. I know they've liked him. They've been to his all three of his pro days and all that stuff. But I don't know.
But I mean, they went to like everybody's pro day, right?
They did. I mean, that's like your job. It's like that's what you got to do.
As a scout, like you got to make it look like you're doing everything for your team.
Interested in everybody.
Yeah.
But Pitts, I think, would probably be a good choice. I would the lineman Panay Sewell. What's his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I mean, dude, our O line just sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Our D line sucks, and I wish we could do something to shore up both of those. I think that we would be an automatic contender if we could get our O lines and D lines. I don't know about Super Bowl contender, but I think playoff bound at least.
Well, we need a running game now too, because Gurley's not coming back, and we just released Ito Smith.
Yeah.
So.
And I figured they would go for a running back in the second.
Didn't we just get
now I don't know what they're gonna do.
Didn't we just get one of Carolina's old running backs?
Tolbert?
Yeah, I mean we just got a new running back.
Their backup.
Yeah.
But
which I mean he filled in great for McCaffrey last year, but
he's a workhorse, but he's not like elusive,
Exactly. We're gonna want somebody who's like a Derrick Henry, like Derrick Henry type. That's exactly what they're gonna want. But
yeah, because our head coach is already the one-trick pony. Like he's coming from Tennessee where he had Derrick Henry, and that's literally all he did was give the ball to Derrick Henry.
But so Ethan, you're thinking they trade for picks and then work on adjusting the O-line, especially.
No, honestly, what I'm thinking,
issues.
What I'm thinking, that's kind of what I wish they would do. But what I'm thinking is I think they'll probably pick Pitts. Honestly, if he's there, I think they like him, and I mean, I think he'd fit well if he's as good as he looks and as good as people think he is, then it'd be a great pick.
Yeah.
I don't know about that 4 is the thing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, like because I mean, like you guys said, you can get a couple more good years out of Matt Ryan, and I mean, definitely next season we should definitely go for the quarterback of the future, but for right now, I mean, I thought their focus should be on getting as much help around Matt as possible to maybe make a push for a Super Bowl.
But
Lord knows.
I mean, technically, everybody agrees that Pitts is probably the best player in the draft, right? But
it seems that way.
What people can't agree on is where he's going to fall. Like, even if the Falcons traded down to like 8 or 10, is he going to be there at that point? Probably not, but it would make way for them to get a lineman. Drafting drafting a tight end in the top 5 is pretty ballsy in
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
draft history.
Because even they were like, if you look at what's his name, Kittle, and you look at God, what's his name, Kelsey, it took them
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 years to start showing up like they do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I've simmered down after this disappointing season. I've let off a little bit of my steam on Matt Ryan. It'll probably come back as soon as he starts sucking again when they start playing. But for now, I don't think we need a quarterback this year. I think we just need to start building.
I think
Yeah.
if you can build the O line, you can put almost anybody of sentient caliber underneath the center and get where you want to go. We've seen it happen.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what
I
Arthur
mean,
Smith did with
Nick Foles
Ryan
won a Super
Tannehill.
Bowl, dude.
Yeah,
That's true.
Now, granted,
My
that was mostly
favorite-
on defense, but still.
My favorite video, man. Nick Foles goofy as hell. He got 2 left feet. And then that 2 left-footed man just like won a Super Bowl.
dude,
But
that whole Carson Wentz story is pretty crazy too. I don't know if he'll be that good in Indianapolis, but hopefully it works out.
I think he's too injury prone.
Oh yeah. I hope Jalen Hurts does good in Philly.
I do too, but I heard that they're not even sold on him in Philly yet.
Well, I think they're looking at trading down in the draft, so they're basically giving him this year. They're kind of saying like, hey, this year is yours, but don't screw it up,
yeah, for sure.
which is weird
But,
because new quarterbacks usually get a longer leash, at least like 2 years. I don't know. I think they'll give Jalen some time. He had some really good games,
Yeah.
especially his
Whoa.
first start where he like beat New Orleans. That was pretty nice.
what do you guys think that Cam's gonna be able to do this season, his second season in the Pats?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
I think his career's done, dude.
I
Yeah.
hate y'all. We're talking about the best quarterback in college football history. I feel like he's gonna bounce back. Yeah,
I don't think so,
I
dude.
said it.
I mean, it's surely debatable because that 1 year he played for Auburn, he like blew up the stat board.
Oh. He played lights out.
And I loved watching him play at Auburn. But I don't know. The way the 49ers are looking, I'm not going to be surprised if the Patriots go ahead and get a QB this draft too.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Come on, bro. They got Cam and they got Jarrett Stidham, bro. Like,
That's 2 red
what
flags.
more?
2 red flags.
2 Auburn alumni, baby. Let's go.
Yeah,
That's all
and,
you need to know.
and Cam's about to be out of there, bro. Because I'm telling you, especially if the 49ers take a quarterback, like everybody's saying they're going to take Mac Jones or somebody,
Yeah.
how much do we want to guarantee the Patriots are probably going to come back and get Jimmy G again?
Do you think so?
It's rumored either that or they've been in talks to get Jordan Love from the Packers, who they drafted in the first round last year.
I've heard
Yeah.
some people saying they've been looking into. I don't know how true this is or not. Obviously, it's a draft, so who knows? But I've heard people say they've been looking at Justin Fields pretty hard.
Yeah, they'd have to trade up to get Fields for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's possible. I think no, dude, your boy Cam,
he might be
he's,
bouncing his way to the dang bench.
he's about to be sitting second or third string if he wants to stay in the NFL for the next few years.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the season goes. We'll see how the season goes.
It's kind of a tragic story for him because he was really good for a long time, and then a couple of years ago he started getting injured. But every time he came back, like his last 2 years with the Panthers were god awful. He won like one game in 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and then he goes to New England and he catches COVID for a bit, and he only wins like 5 or 6 games.
Something like that.
But obviously that's not going to cut it for Bill Belichick, and for a lot of quarterbacks, New England is kind of their last stop, you know? So he's probably on the cutting board.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna come back and and have a pretty strong season. I mean, you hate to see the Patriots win, right? But
I mean,
I want to see him win.
I want Cam to do great, but the past like 4 seasons have shown he's on a pretty big decline.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's apparent, but you know, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best for him.
It's not just apparent; it's blinding everybody in the face.
That's what apparent means.
Like this is what's going on.
That is exactly what apparent means. Thanks. But yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to mansplain that.
But you did. You ended up doing it.
This man said I didn't want to mansplain that, dude. What is this? This episode of Unheard Of is getting a little too woke for me, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already there. We want to.
I mean, after Jared said, I don't want to sound a racist.
Yeah, like that.
And then I proceeded to make a valid point.
Yeah,
well,
you proceeded to sound not racist.
But the way that you said I don't want to sound racist is like
that's a classic white trigger, dude. That you're about to say something racist,
you're
bro.
Saying it,
but I didn't say anything about me. I was just talking about how things have happened in the draft in the past.
But
and my perception of it.
You didn't have to preface it as it being racism from your mouth. Dude, you should have just said that. Yo, you know it's racist.
The only reason I said it like that is because if anybody's been watching ESPN for the last week or two, like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, even Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp will be talking about Justin Fields, right? And they're like, why is he declining? Why is he declining? Like, nothing's changed from the end of the season to now. And people are just coming up over him. But nobody is just coming right out and saying it because they're talking about the past with Deshaun Watson falling and Patrick Mahomes and Trubisky coming over them. But nobody's just outright saying it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go for it.
He said, you know what? I'm a better sports analyst than them. And so I'll just say what's on my mind.
Jared said, I'm a white savior, Justin Fields, real quick, dude.
Hey, all I'm saying is Justin Fields could have got Georgia a national championship. But Kirby Smart wanted to be too stubborn and play in that old prototypical QB system. So that's what happened.
I won't think about it. Let's talk about something else, dude. We don't got to go about Georgia now. We ain't got to talk about them now.
Hey, man.
But if you guys are still listening or watching at this point, I would like to thank you. And we're getting ready to kind of ramp the episode down. But our good friend and host, Jared, has given us a game to play. So I thought we play games a lot whenever Ethan is on. And so, of course, Ethan's on. And so you guys will get another game, right? So tell us a little bit about this game, Jared.
All right, well, it's easier to play games when we have more than just us two.
Oh,
so
yeah, you're right.
That's why we like to get in on the entertainment. So we're going to be playing a game called Psych today. If you're watching, I'm going to put my screen from my phone to the right. That way you can kind of see how it goes while we're playing. Basically, we're going to play one of the versions of the game where we're trying to answer trivia questions, but people are putting in different answers, and then you have to guess the right answer. So, we hope you enjoy it. It's a game called Psych Out with your friends. You can get it on any of the app stores. It's made by Ellen, though, so I know the guests here on this show were pretty, they didn't know how to feel about that.
Well, I was hesitant to download the Ellen game, dude.
Yeah, just because we know how Ellen's been acting the past couple years. But it looks like a fun game, so we're gonna try and enjoy it. If you're listening to the audio, you're probably just gonna be completely lost as soon as we get going. But hey, that's what it is. So, let me get my screen recorder set up on my phone, and we'll get this thing going. All right, here we go. ABG deploy.
You like my profile picture, Ethan?
All right, here we go. 7 rounds. Let's start this thing. So basically, you have to submit an answer first, and then we'll get the real answers in a minute after everybody submits an answer, and we can guess.
Chill out. So we're gonna have somebody reading the questions and answers.
Yeah, before 2013, the biggest buyer of kale was, and I've already picked my answer, but that fat boy Ethan was on it. And Whole Foods, Pizza Hut, and I think Young Entrepreneurs. Oh! Ethan got me.
I got Psych, dude.
So did I, bro. By the monkey with a gun. It was Pizza Hut?
Yeah, it was Pizza Hut. That's crazy.
Wow.
I got both of y'all.
Yeah, you got us.
Dude, that fat boy Ethan wins again, dude.
Alright, I'm gonna go into the next round.
The first instance of violence in the French Revolution took place at... Now everybody types in their answers.
Easy, we're waiting on you, brother.
I'm sorry, dude.
He's brushing up on his history, man.
Yeah.
So the first instance of violence in the French Revolution took place at a corner store, a cheese shop, Versailles, and a luxury wallpaper factory. So.
Hey, I got it.
I'm correct.
Oh my god.
I knew. I was like, there's no way it's going to be someplace like Versailles, dude.
Dude, I put in Versailles, and Arthur picked it.
I did pick it. Dadgummit. Alright.
Alright, building managers install mirrors in lobbies because... That's a weird question. And I feel like I've heard the answer to this before. Alright. My answer is in. I feel like Ethan's leaning back and like Googling stuff every single time.
Oh, I can stop leaning back if you want me to.
I don't care. I was just...
Good luck. Building managers install mirrors in lobbies because stalking is key today. People complain less about slow elevators when they're busy looking at themselves. Good luck, and the ability to see the lobby at different angles. So,
You know what? I feel like I just picked the wrong answer, but I'm gonna go with it.
The right answer is good luck, I promise you. Oh my god, there's a picture of Arthur.
Do you like my psych face, bro?
I hate it, dude. ABG the boy got you. Honestly, I was gonna try to put something about vampires on mine, but I could not type fast enough.
Alright, so Ethan is in the lead. I'm in second, and ABG is only 2 points behind me, so...
Woo!
Alright. Ann Hodges of Sylacauga, Alabama, is the only person who has ever... I have no idea who Ann Hodges is. All right. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Anna Hodges of Sylacauga, Alabama, is the only person who has is the only person who has ever graduated from the University of Alabama, caught a comet, been directly hit by a meteorite, made it out of Alabama disease-free.
Dude, these all sound like crazy answers. Like, which one is really gonna be it?
Yeah, that's the interesting one. Somebody got it right. Jared got it right.
No, I just
Oh.
locked in my answer. That was the sound.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did get it right though.
I did get it right. I got it right as well.
Dude, see, I was like, I put caught a comet, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a lady who, like, did something with a comet, and I was right, except for it was a meteorite.
All right, so everybody got it
I'd
right.
say I definitely said made it out of Alabama disease-free.
That was really funny.
Edward Elgar is the only major composer who mastered All right, two of us are band geeks in this podcast this week.
Oh yeah. I feel like I put a really good answer in.
The complexity of a woman's body.
Oh yeah, Edward Elgar is the only major composer who mastered the complexity of a woman's body, every wind instrument, every instrument known to man, and the bassoon. So
I feel
make
like
your
I
choices,
definitely
boys.
picked the wrong answer.
I don't know. I feel like I picked one of the top two. I probably got. Oh, dang it, Ethan!
Jared, you got me.
You got me, bro.
So what was it? The bassoon?
Dude, I was
Are
like,
you
is that the
kidding me?
real
I
answer?
was like, there ain't no way it's the bassoon.
Like one instrument? He's the only person?
How come nobody went for the complexity of a woman's body? What the fuck?
Because I knew that has yet to be mastered, so.
All right. Here we go. We got like two more rounds. In 1990, Alfred Wolfram set a world record by doing this in 8 hours. Okay. All right, boys. Got my answer in. So far, so good. Been a fun game to play on the pod.
I enjoy this. This is fun. Plus, dude, you know, when you get a little psych face to pop up on you.
Next time,
Yeah, true.
next time I'm just going to put one of those, like, extremely awful horror faces.
Nah, dude, don't do that now.
I keep seeing the monkey with a gun, in my face.
Interesting. In 1990, Alfred Wolfram set a world record by doing this in 8 hours, saying as many digits of pi as possible, flying around the globe, kissing over 8,000 women, flying a kite.
I rode a plane.
All right.
Rode
I'm
a
just
plane.
gonna go with the one that seems the most normal for a world record. God.
Ethan
Yep,
Reese
correct.
got me, dude.
Yeah, Ethan
God
got me
dang it.
too.
Kissing over
I was-
8,000 women?
Jesus. Well, Ethan's obviously gonna win. There's like one more round, and he's well ahead of us with 14 points.
That's true. That's bad.
I mean, hey, dude, I love to see it, but
Which one did you pick the right answer, Ethan?
yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Jesus Christ.
In Aztec culture, this activity was restricted to the upper class. It's funny because I just studied the Aztecs not too long ago for my history degree. Hmm.
Yeah, bro. I'm afraid of hearing that again.
Monkey with the gun. Joining the Mile High Club.
Yeah, baby, the Mile High Club. In Aztec culture, this activity was restricted to the upper class. We have speaking in public, joining the Mile High Club, skipping stones, and the smelling of certain flowers. Huh.
God, Ethan got me again.
Yeah, I'm correct. I'm correct.
Let's go!
The smelling of certain flowers. Wow.
Yep.
All right, boys. Looks like Ethy Weethy beat us.
Beat the
17.
brakes off of us.
Yeah,
Beat
17
the absolute
points.
dog mess out of us.
Me and ABG were right there, pretty close together. 8 and 7.
17 for Ethan. Wow. We know who the smartest person in the room is whenever they appear.
I see that I psyched the most players out, dude.
Yeah. And me
I
and
also see the
ABG both
two
got
boys
psyched the
were
most.
psyched the most.
4.
And I also see that I had the most correct answers.
Well, you had to have the most correct answers, Ethan. You won.
That's true.
I'd like to point it out.
Well,
I mean, not necessarily. If you had a ton of people, you could probably win by psyching enough people out.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's true. This is a good game to play for like we've been making a show for 2 years now, have we, Jared?
Close to
Not
1
2
year.
years. Yeah, no, I'll say not 2 years. I'm sorry. For a year yet?
Close.
Close to a
June.
year.
June.
You know, for a year extravaganza, we should try to get a bunch of people on, and maybe we could play Psych or another game or something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Getting a lot of people on here, that'd probably be pretty nice.
Yeah, we're at 3 minutes or 3:45.
That's right.
But this is another extra long episode for you guys. I mean, I know we tend to have longer episodes whenever we have guests on, and I mean, I guess we're making up. We're trying to make up a little bit because we missed 2 weeks. So you get a longer episode with the boys this week. But yeah, we're just gonna try wrapping up. Does anybody have any closing thoughts for the people? Absolutely
I mean, I
not.
can say
Nobody?
this, dude. I can start throwing my. I can start throwing my plugs out there, dude.
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
ahead.
Hey, you guys, if you enjoy Unheard of, you should listen to Thought Police. We're on Twitter at the Thought Police CS. We're on Instagram at Thought Police CS. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcast as the Thought Police. If you enjoy my musings, you can find me on Twitter. Right now, I believe my name on Twitter is Da Hamburglar at Ethy416.
Mhm.
Shouts out to you boys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's always a goodie whenever we have Ethan on. And as for our plugs, me personally, you can find me on Twitter at young without the O_ABG. You can find us as a unit on Twitter and Instagram at unheard_of_pod. Facebook, search us up. YouTube, follow the link. We're everywhere. We're everywhere you find podcasts at. You go across the street to the podcast store. We're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you right in the face, trying to serve you up a hot plate of Unheard of.
All right. Any closing thoughts, man?
Not really. You know, stay safe out there. Wear a mask. I know people are getting vaccinated at good rates and everything. So hopefully we're just over this thing soon. You know what I'm saying? Come late summer, early fall, you know, maybe life is just kind of mostly moved back to normal. I mean, which is moving that way now, but you know, just excited for it to be going back.
Yeah.
But don't forget to
Right.
wear your mask, people. Wear masks. And Jared, what about you? Where can we find you at on social media?
Well, you can find me on the Twitter at Jared Evans. And for closing thoughts, really glad to be back. Another great episode for us here. Glad to have Ethan back on. Kicked our butts in Psych. Looking forward to it again. And, let's just keep doing everything right and get our lives back to normal. And, as always, we love you, we hear you, and we hope you hear us here at Unheard Of. And once again, I'm Jared.
And I'm Arthur, and this was
Unheard of.
It's